With Mackay on my mind, I had a dream about the valleys where the cane fields touch the sky. The sounds of rolling thunder, the rain falls from the sky, to the winding roads of Yangala, to the fields of Mackay.
G'day and welcome to Tin Shed Studios.
G'day and welcome to Tin Shed Studios.
G'day and welcome to Tin Shed Studios and this week's Time in the Shed.
And this week's Time in the Shed.
And this week's Time in the Shed.
G'day and welcome back to Tin Shed Studio. Hopefully you had a fantastic Christmas and a smashing New Year. Hopefully you're following all those new ideas and things that you said you were going to change this year, and you know, those usual things we make on that fateful evening. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed our episodes of interviews that we had with the guys that came through the studios. And this year we'll be looking at a lot of new stuff coming up. We've been given the grant through RADF, which is the Regional Arts Development Fund. And those guys are supporting us so we can do the Choir of Unheard Voices. And that will be done this year. It's quite a large event, quite a large choir. What we're going to do this year is, at this point in time, we want to record the choir. We've also got individual, there's about, I think about 8 songs that are going to be done by individuals that are a part of it. We've also got a gentleman that came in yesterday, Ricky, and he's come in here and he's written a song about our region. So it looks like we will be running that within the choir as a showcase for our area and for the guys. And in the near future we will go along and put on a live performance. That's basically what's going to be tying up this year. There's also a lot of other musicians coming in. That Ricky also has been in here and he's going to do some individual songs that is for him. And also we've got other bands coming in. You know what it's like. So all I wanted to do is welcome you guys. Hope you had a fantastic time. Hopefully you missed us, but here you go. Okay, at the moment I'm working on our daughter's movie. She's doing a production course, or she's doing at uni doing a movie and sound production. At the moment I'm doing a small music score for, she's got a little 6-minute movie that she's just done, and I'm doing a little score for her, so there's 4 songs. So to start off, we'll just have a look at the movie.
It's time to go. Come on, Kelly, we're going to be late.
So there's your quick rundown. There's, you know, crackles and pops and stuff like that. They haven't done any of the sound side or the sound engineering of it at the side. It's just raw footage, basically what the movie's going to be, and then they're going to go from there. So first up, they wanted an introduction. If you heard, there was 2 parts there that had music in it. Okay, so that's just for me to work on. Give me a rough idea of what she wants to do. As you can see up the top score here, up at this top corner here, this is song 1. This starts at the beginning and then finishes at 45 seconds, and it's got to be sad and melodic. So it gives me an idea of what I'm doing. So what I've done is I've brought in the video scene. That's the original soundtrack. So if I start from the beginning, you'll hear that my music comes over the top, and then the movie starts. Actually, what I can do is I should actually bring the movie down so you can actually see it when I need it. So that's the movie there. So if I start from the beginning again, okay, so there's your music. Oh, there's your scene. So what I did was I muted the original one and I cut out the vocals. So now you get a little bit of noise in there. So basically this is my version of the song, or the introduction to the movie. And I have to hold out because it's to stop at 45 seconds. Okay, so it's to stop at 4, so I just ended it with a solid chord. So without going into too much, I started with a piano, or the chord for the piano. Nice chord progression. And then from there, I had a friend of mine, Luke, over. He was in the studio before. He was here. He was going to give me some help with doing it because I was very time poor to get it done. He only got a chance to be here for one day, so he added this little bit in. So we get rid of that, and he did that section. Okay, so that becomes pretty much those two together. I'm going to bring it forward a little bit. Okay, that's your first part. Then her mum comes out, I'm presuming it's the little girl's mum comes out, calls her out, and then you change the tempo a little bit. So what I did do is I came down here, and what I did was I got a cymbal crash, put a lot of, it's a standard practice cymbal, a lot of reverb, reversed it. But what I did was I reversed it to bring it in, and I also reversed it the other way back, so we got the ring out at the end. So I sort of joined the two together to end up with a sort of a start and continual, or sorry, to get it to rise, then I had it to drop off. Okay, so and it rose and dropped off. So what I did with that is I wanted to give it a little bit more of a climax to it. So I added well, I called it the boom, but it's just a drum bit, just to give it a little bit of a boom to start. So you get a little bit of a thud with it. So then I added that in. Then I added this piano to start. So that's where we change into a slightly upbeat, not much, but a little bit. So that's where the explosion and it sort of comes together. The drum comes in and sort of just starts the whole thing on. So yeah, that slight little, you can hear it in the background, right? So then what I did is I took the original piano and then arpeggiated it, and came up with this. So it's basically copied across. So I took this and copied. Okay, so then put in with that, you get, so you get the nice ring out of the chords, and you arpeggiate the rest. The only other thing I added in was the claps. I just wanted something that's a bit offbeat. So I just wanted something a little different. Right. And then last but not least, I added in, there's a section where the little girl, or flower girl herself, I'm presuming that's who she is, pulls the flower out. I just added a little bell, just to give you a little bell. So you'll see where she comes in, about there, she comes in, see a little bell, ding, just to add a little bit of something. So there you go, that's how I basically ended up with the beginning section. I didn't go into too great a detail because she wanted simplistically, she only wanted, I didn't go too mad on it because she wants simplicity. It's just supposed to be melancholy, you know, a little sad, a bit apprehensive.
Kelly, it's time to go.
And now I brought the upbeat because the little girl's got up and she's running. So I wanted to add a little bit more upbeat to it a little bit, but trying to hold on to the
Come on, Kelly,
melancholy side of it. So there you go. So that's song 1. The introduction, I should say.
Welcome.
Here's to 2019 to be a bumper year for music. Until next time, here's the music. Cheers.